Hi guys, welcome back 1884 Stitchery. I am McKenna. Yes, already back because I have a lot of stitching to show. So I want to take a minute, and first I need to go back and respond to all the comments, but I appreciate everyone's comments. In my last video, you kind of know me on here and on IG for being very transparent and open with you guys and sharing my life. So I appreciate all of the kind words and wishes and everything like that regarding my last video, as well as the emails and messages I continue to receive. Just super thoughtful. All right, it is Tuesday. It is gloomy here. The storms from California are coming over, which is okay. I like change in who is calling me. I like the change in the weather because it tends to just be hot here. So the cool down is welcome. Now obviously it's early February, it's not like we're getting into the hundreds, but I want to say early last week it was like 80, but it feels good out there. Wanted to do a video. I have so much stitching, so much progress to show you guys. You guys are gonna be so proud. And you might be a little worried because you're going to be like, Jesus, McKenna, where'd you find all this time? Well, I am in the zone now because my stitching chair came over from the house and I have missed its magic. I sit on it, I get my legs up underneath me, curl up with my dad's quilt, and I go to town and I stitch, and that's what I've been doing. So I'm so excited to show you guys, and one of them's a finish. Speaking of finishes, I feel a hair right here. I went through my Instagram and totaled up 17 finishes for 23. I'm shocked by that because it definitely did not seem like 17. If someone would have asked me, you know, how many do you think? 10? 8? I definitely forgot about some, since 2 of them were retreat pieces, so don't have them. I didn't bring them over from the house, but I'm gonna call them out, who they're by, if you can get them from me, where they're available, and if you would like to see my finished version of it, just comment below and I will find the piece and show you guys in my next video. So these are actually in order because I went on my Instagram and went all the way back to my New Year, New Start for 23. So Elizabeth Pyle, that is from Of Female Worth. That is available. I own that company, and that is available on 1884 Stitchery. Sprig of Holly, Pineberry Lane. I stitched that on a box that opened, and that was my Smalls exchange gift for Stitchinanigans in Vegas. Sleeping Like the Dead, that is from Sub Rosa, and this chart can be found on Etsy. So if you look up the chart, the finished piece is made into a pillow, and I really liked how they finished it. But I knew I had this frame, and I'm like, I'm gonna see if it works. and it does. And then I had this little skeleton charm, so all I did was tack him on, and I love him. I really, really do. Actually, I think I spray painted, yep. So this frame, again, thrift store find, was dark in color, and Joe just had some white primer paint, and that's all I did. And it's like really, I mean, you can still see in the corner, there's still some remnants of the black or the dark frame. So, Sleeping Like the Dead Sub Rosa, found on Etsy. You guys see my background is different since 10 days ago. Purchased this piece of furniture. Luckily, there was a guy on the first floor straight underneath me moving in, and I was carrying this up about maybe 3 steps, and he came back and said, "Can I help you with that?" I said, "No, you're moving in. I don't want to, take you away from what you're doing." He's like, No, it's okay." He's like, "What are you going to the 2nd floor?" And I said, "No, 3rd. He's like, "It's fine. Let's go." So I thoroughly enjoyed watching him go up the 3 flights of stairs. And then, yeah, brought stuff over. Record player that the boys got me a couple years ago. I have my Michael Jackson police records. I have my stack of John Mayer, Oscar, and then some other finishing, stitching doodads. Prairie Schooler. There were 2 of them. Let me go get them. Now, these 2 were from, I don't remember which Prairie Schooler booklet. I know there's I've done the devil before, so at least if you know, this is my junk journal that I started last year. I put in things that, postcards or little stitches. This is ink circles, little things that I love. The pictures of the diamond paintings that I complete. Let's see, where did and I did these 2 when, did I put them in here? Oh, here they are. So I know on the, I don't have the devil one in here. On the front cover of the Prairie Schooler, it's like ornaments, and there's like the devil, and he's stitched in red. I think these were the bonus ones on the back. I know the top one is like the bonus one, and so it's on the back of the chart. So this one might be on the front. So I stitched these 2 and started them, obviously flipped thread and fabric. When I went to Mexico last year when we were gone for 2 weeks, I took Elizabeth Pyle and those 2. Until We're Dust, Night Spirit Studio. I know I got these in here. It's like I brought all my my skeletons one back. Okay, so Until We're Dust, this is from Night Spirit Studio, found on Etsy. Did this one, we went to La Jolla, and love that. And I finished it in a hoop. I don't know if I had showed you guys around that. No, Arlene, I'm not around to chat. Well, I am, but I'm busy. We text each other at the most unopportune moments sometimes. So yeah, I finished that in a hoop, and all I did was Did some ghetto lacing. Look at that. Ghetto ass lacing. So that actually is in my kitchen. Clown alphabet. I stitched the letter A, and that mother gave me work. I have never messed up on a frickin' letter, something so small, so much. I know I spent a whole day at the retreat in New Jersey frogging because I had messed up. There was no way to frog it. Framed it up, shipped it off as a gift. I still have the chart. I might have to do the letter M because it is so ridiculous. Joan of Arc is what I've named it. Did I put that in here? Nope, I think that's at the house. Again, you go on my Instagram and you scroll back, you can see finishes for all of these. So I dubbed it Joan of Arc. It is from Our Latte Studio, which is the company that I have on 1884. The designer had come out with a really thick book of really small design motifs, which I've been looking at possibly getting out again. So there was this Joan of Arc looking with a flag. So on the flag I backstitched 1884. I did it in red. New Jersey retreat. Spoke to somebody and they said that I'm sort of like the, you know, the Joan of Arc of cross stitch in terms of what I'm doing for the community. So did that. Salem Village, primitive needle out of print. Started this during our trip in Colorado last summer because I had finished Elizabeth Pyle while we were in Colorado, and I had fabric left over, not the called for threads, but a good enough variety that I just decided on the threads on my own. So this is Salem Village. Amazing thrift store frame. I frame it up. This is like cardstock, scrapbook paper. I cut it down and then list all the information. I really like how that turned out. Summer Berries, the Gentle Art. That chart is they're out of print. But remember, that's the piece with the bird holding the berries that I did on Eat Count. Yeah, still haven't done anything with it. But seeing that I'm in this bird, you'll see this bird stitching phase. I might need to frame that up or figure out something cute to do with it. Down in the Valley, that was a blackbird design. I'm trying to even figure out which one was that. Down in the Valley, blackbird design. I'm totally blanking on that one. Spooky Bent Creek. Morning Tree Sewing Bag. That was from Stacy Nash. Witch's Brew is from Shannon Christine, and that chart was part of the Scarlet Sky Design Halloween box. So it came with the mounting wood board and some accessories. Did you stitch it on perforated paper? You stitched it on perforated paper. Loved it. That one is in my office for sure on those shelves that I put up. Good Witch Matilda. This is from Miss Prim. So Miss Prim on Etsy. I've done one of her other designs. Shady Lady? No. That's the name of a brothel, or was the name of a brothel in Nevada. Hussy? I think it's Hussy. adorable, super cute. She has a ton of like great designs. So Good Witch Matilda. And again, thrift store frame. Finish it up, and I haven't need to go back and put all the information. But this is in my kitchen as well. Assembly required, ink circles. I did this on, because it's still attached, 36 count Baroque. Obviously need to figure out something with this. Open to suggestions. Maybe I'll just frame it and stick it by Oscar. Of course, when this came out, I got tagged up and down, people commenting, McKenna, this is so for you. You gotta stitch it. It took me a second, but I got around to doing it. And the last one is Katerina, Adriana Lewenstein. This is part of the hashtag Dutch Calsal. I loved her, so I just stitched her. There are a couple, I think, rows of stitches missing, because obviously I chopped her in half and framed her up. 1884 Stitchery. So if there are any that I mentioned of the 17 that you want to see, or are having trouble finding, just put a comment and I'll try to help you out. So I wanted to do photos of the finishes, but I wanted to get this video done today. And because I record on my phone, I just didn't want to deal with having to input photos or any of that. So in addition to in the evening or in the morning, I'm watching YouTube or whatever on my phone. So I decided to buy a tablet. So the tablet, I'm actually going to be incorporating into my videos with the whole, hey, this is where I started, or this is where it was the last time you saw it, here it is now. So I can just take a picture, hold up the tablet, show you guys for those that give a flying F. Because I got a new computer a couple months ago. My laptop, I could sense was going slow and had a lot of valuable information, you know, chart-wise on my laptop. So I switched it over and got where you can just go out and buy like a tower. But it does not come with any editing software. It's just like bare bones basic, which is fine. So I decided, well, I can just use YouTube Uploader, take a picture for a thumbnail, and make it simple and easy. Okay, one of the other, in my last video, I talked about who I've been watching. I'm gonna just list these down below in the description, where then you can just copy and paste them into the search bar on YouTube. BernStitches, CCLStitches, Cocohamas Stitchery, that is Rocio. She is back, maybe not back, but she made a video and I get to see her in Nashville and I'm so excited because I'm staying at the party hotel apparently. Holly the Cross Stitch Addict, Jenn the Caffeinated Crafter. Jenn is crazy. So been watching a lot of whip parades. She did a whip parade, was it 5 parts? And they were each 2 hours long. I freaking watched every single one of them, made comments, and went on to the next one. It was amazing. LalaDeeStitches, Pages 3 Stitches, and RogueMamaStitcher. They all have fantastic whips, a ton of whips, very eclectic with their taste. Now, I'm not a hate stitcher. I'm not a full coverage lover. I will never do one. And yes, never say never. I'm never doing one. But I can appreciate the time and the effort and the frustration that goes into it, and still enjoy it, even though it's something that I would not personally do. So I will list all of them down below. Okay, let's get to the stitching, shall we? All right, so last video I talked about wanting to up my whips, because no one in their right mind, I think, has ever said that I want to increase my whips. Well, guess what? I started 4 new ones, and I got progress for you people. So let's start with the finish. This is a Christmas Cheer Just Nan, the 2009 ornament. I stitched, I just love the colors. I know what made me not stitch this right away or delaying it. Look at that list of freaking DMC color. I know that the looks on the camera there. The list of DMC. And the thing that was so fulfilling, and I know why I got this done in less than 24 hours, was because, you know, there were 3 shades of blue, but maybe only put in a dozen stitches. This is my full coverage, okay? That's how full coverage I get, okay? I did this on a piece of Charles Craft Monaco 28 count Lugana. And I even did the beads. And there she is. I did not do the brackets or the words around, because that's what I fell in love with. So yeah, 1/2 on 28, and I really like it. The chart suggested 2/2. I don't like working with 2 threads anymore. It's been a really long time since I've done that. I don't like how they lay. It is starting to rain here. So I like the delicateness of the 1/2 on 28. It's pastel-y, it's cute, it's feminine, I can be cute and feminine. So went to the house and looked in my closet of frames, and I found this thrift store frame for $1. I had another one as well, but it was darker, and Ayrton said he thought this one looked a lot cooler with it. So that's what it's gonna look like when I get it all framed up. Its tail doesn't get cut off, it fits in there perfectly. Yes, there's more on the top and bottom, but I kind of like that. So yeah, we'll get that finished up. Okay. So 1 out of the 4 new starts is a finish. First finish for the year. So after I got done with that, I decided to, did I go to the other bird piece? No, but we'll switch it up. I wanted to start Witchy Stitcher Anatomical Heart so badly. I had originally pulled a piece of 40 count Murky. I've tried stitching a few things on 40 count Murky, and I don't know what it is. I'm just not happy. It's like, and it's not the color, but it just seems really tight for 40, which, okay, it shrinks, okay. So I decided to pass on that. and I was like, okay, let's try 36 count. So I had brought over my bins of fabric that I personally use. Not that I can't use any of my stuff in my inventory. God knows I have too much of that. 36 count, this is X-Jew design fabric, sampler green. Freaking love this. I love it, and I went ham on this. So I was thinking of doing all the black, the finial up at the top along the bottom in a toile. But I decided against that, and I'm happy I did. Just letting the piece, the details of the heart and whatnot, that's good enough. So when I was pulling colors for this, I realized that 2 were DMC, but the other 4 colors listed were Cottage Garden threads. Yes. So don't have those, but I looked them up and did a close enough match with what I had. So that is Mermaid Blue, this is Hickory Sticks, this is Ginger Snap, and then Cupid. The Ginger Snap, so like this beigey color, is what is used kind of like the reflection off the glass because it's like a glass cloche. The Hickory Sticks is actually then this color around the cloche. I have some lines of black to do, like the bottom part of the pedestal, and then that is all the black. I did all the blue the other day, so now the heart is just filled in with the 2 shades of red, Cupid, and then 815. There is a difference. Cupid is definitely more blood in your face red. 815 is like a lighter shade of like maybe like a burgundy. But love that, and so happy that I did it on the green. That's again, I don't do full coverage. That's my version of full coverage, okay? All right. Is this an empty bag? Yep. So that can be put away. Okay. One of my other new starts was Home Sweet Home, Good Housewife. Here's what it looks like. Stitching this on, what's it say? 20 count wheat? No, not wheat. 20 count white, beige, and it's the polka dot fabric. And yeah, I love how it's coming out. Super cute. Love the coverage, just doing 1/2. I love how the colors are. And so, yeah, I'll be getting back to this, but did a good start on it. Got the bird done. And the threads for it. Weeks, either the called for or close enough. And then the flower here that has all these colors, it's actually just the thread itself is so variegated. So it's Gloriana silk, topiary. There's no conversion for weeks. But when I was going through my threads, I saw that I had this Tudor silk flowers of Italy. So I'm gonna use that instead. But again, birds. Not sure what. I'm sucked in the whole birds thing. I don't know, maybe that's my animal for this year. Who knows? Can we have an animal? I know some people do like words for the year. Maybe birds are my animal for the year. I don't know what that means. They're gonna shit all over my car. I have no idea. Okay. That's trash. Start number 4. And I don't know if I have any copies of this. So if you go on 1884 Stitchery, I have a tab, Elizabeth's Needlework Designs, and I have a lot of these antique whatever. This one is the Antique Animal Sampler. Am I using all of the weeks? Using all the weeks except for 2. Again, found it close enough, but love the colors. That's what made me fall in love with it. One, it's kooky, and I love the colors on it. So this was is this the one I first started? Was my first start? Stitching this on, do I even have a tag? Oh, it does. 38 count. This creamy color. There's a slight yellow undertone, maybe, but I absolutely love it. So that is where I'm at. And look at me doing the border. Holy shit. Yeah. So love this. I want to get back to this. Stop slamming your door. Neighbors are great. Well, no. That's a lie. I don't like my next door neighbor, and his door is right across from mine because he likes to slam his door. And I've already put a note on his door very nicely. I wrote hello with a smiley face. And I said, thank you, your neighbor. And I feel like one of them, I don't know how many live there, but I know one of them is definitely not slamming. But the other guy doesn't give a flying fuck. Made it slam this morning at 1:30 in the morning. Now I was still up, and you can hear him come up the 3 flights of stairs. He's not a big guy, okay? So it has nothing to do with his weight. It is just that he is inconsiderate AF. All the time. Can I don't get kicked out. Okay. I'm just gonna call this my arch nemesis because when I started stitching on this, I was like, can I find a way around not stitching this? But I know I will be so happy with myself once I get it done. And I got one whole block done. That's what I was doing this morning. I was like, I can't do video until I get the whole block done. So here's the total thing, right? I did not have this bottom part of the box or the hourglasses with the God, what are those? They're not pitchforks. What are they? Sheaths? No. Shits? The Grim Reaper. So, yeah, I got that all done. So I'm ready for another one. So, I think I'm just gonna work across, not sure. 5 left. It's better than 6. But that was only like 2 nights of stitching. Yeah, so these are the 5 I have left. These 2 and these 3. So this one looks like it'll be a quickie because it's a lot of fill in. So I'll probably move down. But yeah, so this is Ink Circles. Another year creeps by. But look at all my progress. Okay. So I need to figure out then today, because I'll be heading over to the house soon. It's going to be a late night. If it's raining outside, then Cal has a different time when he can go in and use the batting cages for his baseball team. But if it's not raining outside or the field's not crap, they can do the field at a different time than the batting cages. So he'll either be home at 8 o'clock or 10. So, my shirt. I decided I wanted 1884 Stitchery t-shirts, and just for myself, I'm not selling it, a sweatshirt for Nashville that I will be attending. So I am so happy. The softness of the shirts is everything. The quality. I had Jenn at what are, just the letter U, just the letter, Doin, D-O-I-N, studio, help me out. She is on Etsy. I will put her information down below, and she does, I know she's taking pre-orders for Nashville stuff. She puts stuff on tumblers. Just go check out her, who's texting me now, her Etsy store. So I reached out to her and I said, look, this is my idea. Can we get this done before Nashville? And holy shit, she delivered. So, and I got weeks to spare. So I definitely wanted a shirt, and either using the 1884 tattoo. And so when I sent her the PDF, and then she has to send it out, and it kind of gets rendered, because it is so fine lined and there are open spots, it would have just been really difficult and not as like bold to see. So she's like, I can look for a font that just looks handwritten. I was like, done. So instead of me put my chest all up in your face, which $2, I absolutely love how it came out. So I know I have a sweatshirt coming one of these days, and then ugh, I haven't even opened it yet. Keeping it all nice and fresh. I got a tote bag. I love this. Love this. So I was even thinking, I was like, I know the white will eventually get dirty, but I thought, how fun would it be if I like dyed it though? I dyed it, but for right now, I'm gonna keep it white. So love this, love Jenn. And down in the description box will be her information. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. Now, my predicament is, do I start something else because I finished something? I don't know. It'll be a surprise the next video if I decide to start something. You know what I've actually been thinking about? So this morning I was thinking, a couple years ago I had started Mermaid's Folly by Courtney Collection. And I'm only gonna stitch the mermaid and the creepy dude. But I remember I had started it, and I don't even know how far I got on it, and I don't know if I wasn't loving the fabric. I wasn't loving the fabric and the thread color I picked out. But I think I'm ready to start it again. So, Popo pulling someone over. So, my question to you people that do big ass projects, I want to cheat and do 10 stitch. So, what would you suggest? What fabric for 10 stitch? Let me know. Because I would be interested in knowing and then giving that a try and then seeing if I like that look, or if I would prefer just doing full X's. Or, because Mermaid's Folly, it's not a full coverage piece. So can you do 10 stitch on a non-full coverage piece, and will it look whack? Or are you kind of, when it's not full coverage and there's openings, you're sort of having to do a full X? Let me know. All right, I'm gonna clean up this mess, get this edited. Again, thank you guys so much for your support. Oh, I've gotten new stash inventory from people the last couple weeks. So if you are looking to downsize your stash, you're not going to stitch on fabric or charts or whatever, contact me and I will send you all the information and get that out to you. Had 2 boxes last week, which I posted on social media. I got 2 more boxes last night. So I have those. I got stuff in my office, but the other day I did put up new inventory. I also moved charts over to the $2 section, so go check out 1884stitchery.com and see if anything sparks your interest. Sunday is the Super Bowl, which I do not care about, and there's probably a lot of people that also don't care about it. So I'm thinking about doing some sort of sale on like the big things, kits, charts that are huge. Like I have a ton of Perman of Copenhagen charts. So stay tuned. I'll post all the details on that once I get that figured out. So make sure you follow 1884 Stitchery on Instagram and Facebook. Questions, comments, leave them down below. Thank you guys so much, and you guys will see me again soon. Bye.